If you want a shout out in my next video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment what's on screen the most. I will be shouting out the winner in my next video. Do you want to have the best experience while playing on controller in Fortnite? Do you want to have the chance to potentially go pro on controller? Well, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the best sensitivity and binds for claw and non-claw players. I'm going in depth with each setting and what they do, so watch the whole video to not miss a thing. If you guys do enjoy today's video, make sure to subscribe for more. So we're first going to start off with the controller settings. We're just going to speed run these settings. These are the hidden settings that you won't find in the controller options section. So let's just go. Toggle sprint off, sprint by default on, sprint cancels reloading off, auto open doors on, hold to swap pickup off, toggle targeting off, mark danger when targeting on, auto pickup weapons off, auto sort consumables to the right on, reset building choice off, turbo building on, confirm edit on release on, controller auto run on, build immediately builder pro on, edit hold time 0.100 and vibration off. The two most important settings that you need to pay attention to are confirm edit on release and the edit hold time. Make sure confirm edit on release is on to ensure that you're editing at the fastest pace possible, and make sure the edit hold time is at the lowest value. So next is controller sensitivity. Now, having the right sensitivity is important when playing. Having the right sensitivity will make it easier to aim, build, and edit. You should choose a sensitivity that you can actually control. I've mentioned that in many of my other videos, but it's important to do so. Don't go out copying your favorite player's controller settings and expect to be good with them, because 9 times out of 10, you'll be trash with them. You can look at their sense to get an idea, but tweak it so it fits you. So first, we are going to be talking about the build mode sensitivity. Now, you want this in the range of 1.5x to 2.5x. So basically, build mode sensitivity is a multiplier applied to the look sensitivity when in build mode. The higher you put these values, the more sensitive your movements will be while in building mode, and the lower you put these values, the less sensitive your movements will be while you're in the build mode. You should be using build mode sensitivity because you're able to react and build quicker. The build mode sense and the regular sense are separate, meaning that you can have a really high build sense but a really low look sense. If you're a player that likes to build fast but also likes a smooth sense, then use the build mode sensitivity. Now, use a value anywhere in between 1.5x and 2.5x. I recommend starting at 2 and either going up or down until you find the perfect sense for you and your gameplay. So next is the edit mode sensitivity. Now, you want this to be the same as the build mode sensitivity. The edit mode sensitivity is a multiplier applied to the look sensitivity while editing. This is the same as the build mode multiplier. The higher you put these values, the more sensitive your game will be while you're editing. If you want fast edits, then I suggest using the edit mode sensitivity multiplier. Same with the build mode sense. This sense is separate, meaning that you can have a really high edit mode sense while having a really low look sense. You want to have the same values for both your edit and your build mode. The reason why you should have the same value for both is because it makes it easier to learn and build muscle memory. If you have two separate sensitivities, then it's going to take a lot longer to get used to these sensitivities. In conclusion, just make sure all the sensitivities that you are using in this video are the same. So make sure you have advanced options on. You want to have this option on so you can see all the other settings that you will need to get the best settings on controller. So next is your look sensitivities. Now, for your horizontal and your vertical speed, I recommend having it anywhere in the range of 40 to 60%. Your look sensitivity is your regular sensitivity. This is the X and Y sense from back in chapter 1 before they added all of these customizations. So 1 is 10%, 2 is 20%, 3 is 30%, and so on. You want to experiment and find the right sense that is comfortable for you. You also have to take into consideration your build and your edit mode sensitivities as well. If you set your look sense too high, then your build and edit sense will be out of control. A good starting point is 45, and the lowest I would personally go is 40. Like I said before, make sure you're paying attention to the build and the edit mode sensitivities. Start at 45, then raise it if it's too low and lower it if it's too high. You want to make sure you have the same values for both your X and Y so it's consistent. It's all about consistency when you're finding the right settings. So next is your turning, horizontal, and vertical boosts. You want to have these both at 0%. So basically, turning boost is an additional up or down or left and right rotation speed, and your stick is fully to the left, right, up, or down. Basically, whenever your stick is fully pulled in one direction, the boost will kick in. I recommend having this on 0. Every top player has this setting on 0, and there's a really important reason for it. Having this setting on will impact how you build the muscle memory for your sensitivities. This makes your sensitivities inconsistent inconsistent because if you pull your stick in any direction too quick, then your boost will kick in without you realizing it. The slower you pull the stick in any direction, the slower the boost will activate, and the faster you pull the stick, the faster it will activate. This can leave your aim being inconsistent. I highly recommend having this on 0 to keep everything consistent and level. Now for your turning boost ramp time, have this on 0 seconds. The turning ramp boost time is the time it takes for the boost to be enabled when your stick is pulled in any direction. Basically, it's the time in seconds where it takes the horizontal and vertical boosts to kick in. So for example, having this on 5 seconds means that after 5 seconds of your stick being pulled in any direction, the boost will kick in. There's no reason to have this setting on because there's no benefits. You should already have this setting off because you're not using any boosts whatsoever. So next is the instant boost when building. You want to have this off. Instant boost when building, you get the point. Don't use any boosts whatsoever. Your look dampening time. So next is your input curve. You want to have this on linear. For those who don't know what an input curve is, an input curve, it defines how input from a controller's look stick is processed. Exponential causes smaller stick movement to have less of an effect, allowing for more precision. You should be playing on linear. Linear uses the raw input from the controller, making it easy to make small adjustments quicker. Think of it like this. Linear is a straight line, meaning there's no buildup. The second you move the stick, your character moves in that direction. Now there's another input curve called exponential. This curve has a buildup, meaning that over time the speed increases until it's maxed out. The curve is literally a curve. It's a curve. If you want to be the best you can and have the chance to make small adjustments that, who knows, might be a difference between you winning the game or not, use linear. It's going to take some time to get used to, but it's worth it in the end because you're going to be a way better player. So next is your aim assist strength. You should have this at 100%. Aim assist is the difference between controller and keyboard players. You need aim assist while playing on controller because you are literally playing on 2 plastic sticks. You're literal 2 plastic sticks. You are using these sticks to aim and move with. Keyboard and mouse players, on the other hand, don't need aim assist because they have way more control over a controller player. You want to have this on 100%. It's common sense. The lower you put this value, the less aim assist you have. So now it's time for your aim down sight sensitivity. Now for your ADS, vertical and horizontal, have this anywhere in the range of 8 to 16%. These settings control your ADS speed. This is how quickly your view rotates left, right, or up and down while aiming down sights. I highly recommend having these values in the range of 8 to 16% to have really good aim. Setting your values too high and you'll be missing your shots. Setting these values too low and it'll be harder to track your enemy. Experiment and see what feels good to you. Remember to have the same values for both to be consistent. So next is your controller dead zones. So for your move stick and your look stick dead zones, you want to have these values anywhere in between 6 and 12%. So for those who don't know what dead zones are or they don't know what they do, the dead zone is a small area around the game controller's thumbstick control that doesn't respond to stick movement. Dead zones are built into games so that old controllers with slightly worn out sticks won't cause movement when the controller is sitting still. This is called stick drift. You want to have your dead zones at a value where it's low but you're not getting stick drift. Experiment with this setting to see. I personally get stick drift when I have my look stick dead zone at the lowest setting being 5, but with others it might be different. Stick drift is something that you want to avoid at all times. There are no real benefits to having stick drift. It just makes your aim inconsistent and your sensitivity feel weird. If you want the best experience, just make sure you find a value that's low but you're not getting stick drift. Now it's time for what you've all been waiting for, the controller binds. I found some of the best controller binds for all types of controller grips. You can tweak these binds to better fit your playstyle. So the first settings that I'm going to cover are for the claw players. So you guys should be seeing the settings for claw players on the screen right now. So next, these are the settings for the non-claw players. You should also be seeing the settings on the screen now. Alright, so we are on Fortnite right now. So these are the settings that I found were the best for me. You guys can pause the video at any moment to copy these down. So that's going to be it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy today's video, subscribe for more. It's been your boy Zire, and I'm out. Thanks for watching.